Welcome back to Let Coin and Wine Flow, a Crusader Kings 3 roleplay focused, a Game of Thrones mod, blah 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 blah. Last episode, my wife died. It was devastating. She was murdered by my maester. And we've declared independence. We're free of the Reach now. In some ways, in other ways, we're bound to it more closely than ever. We're now best friends. We declared independence from this guy, but he's also our best friend. So that's difficult, and through a mistake in my chancellor, the peace treaty we had, the truce, was canceled, so now he can declare war back on us at any time to reabsorb us. And he doesn't need claims because he has de jure claims, because we're part of the Kingdom of the Reach. We're just not under his control currently. So, yeah. I think that covers most of it. Now, I've been thinking about, attacking Dorne, blah, 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 all of that noise. I'm actually wondering, what if I attack Old Town? Hear me out. The truce with the Reach is over. And if we can somehow convince Old Town to rebel, and then we can take them out, or rebel and vassalize to us, or... This is a multi-generation plan, this part. Whatever extra children I have with this new young woman wife and my grandkids marry into the family of Old Town's leadership. And then we go about taking over through genetics and through... just like claims, we just inherit it naturally. I mean, yeah, I could take the Dane homelands and all this stuff, but I'm not sure I want to start messing with Dorne. It feels gamey, especially meta-gamey. I would love to be able to get over here and just start knocking dudes down in the Pirate Islands, like converting all of this into a kingdom, and then converting that kingdom into feudalism and just forming the new Arbor Islands, King of the Islands that way, and then control of trade. But Old Town also works. So let's say I'm mad because the maesters let a maester wreck my wife. They said they were gonna send a replacement maester, and then they charged me for it. I'm furious now. I'm just deeply upset with them. If this whole area is controlled by the Arbor, all trade going to the Iron Islands, to the Westerlands, to the north from the west coast, is all completely controlled and taxed by the Arbor, rather than the Reach. I mean, that's complete naval superiority. Control over the beautiful colleges here, the Citadel. This is prestige, this is power. If we can start picking off sub-vassals and bringing them into the family, just whatever it takes. If it takes 100 years, 200 years to form the kingdom, whatever it takes, we subvert the Citadel. Unless, of course, we get the opportunity to join the Targaryen Empire because they finally just let us vassalize. But we probably still suborn this Citadel, High Tower, Old Town, all of that. I think that is way less metagaming, way less optimized play. That still gives us a sort of narrow focus. Because I kind of feel like we've reached a point where we're just like, what do we do now that we're independent? We can just exist down here for a while, and that's fine. But I think having a goal, especially an infiltration goal, is a good one. We're also going to swap up our council here real quick, because this guy sucks at his job, and we have so many better people. We're going to assign this guy to the chancellorship. I mean, look at this. 26, this guy's doubling the other guy. I mean, Mom, I love you, but this trailer's got to go. I cannot grow old in Salem's Lot. I actually want to get this person here because I have a hook on them, which means it's going to be very difficult for them to oppose us. Very difficult. Yeah, and then a better chancellor. Let's look at stewardship. I'd love a stewarding chancellor that's really knocking it out of the park here. I think you can... Yeah. Okay. That is a stronger looking council overall. Let's do it. Let's just get time underway again. We need to have kids. We need to have kids. Lots of kids. Mm-hmm. Who's this that's getting married? Aubrey and Bonessa. Ah, yes. My mayoral marriage. So we're protected from the Reach for now, as long as our major alliances hold. My sister Rylene had an affair with her soulmate, Captain Wilbert. I do not see what the fuss is about. I don't care. Hey, I'm not wounded. Hey, there's a bastard. I'm trying to pretend that the Redwynes don't exist. Except for that one time that I sent my real dad a squire. I really needed a squire. Oh my god. This is like the third time you've been sick, man. I don't know that we can keep the source alive. We're just gonna let it happen. Sorry, man. You can live forever, dude. I don't know. Is 20 years good for a horse? That sounds good. I don't know how. Oh, hey, we got city keepers. Yeah. All right. What does that do again? It's if we get windmills. So we can definitely do windmills after urbanization and banking. I actually think I chose banking. Why is urbanization selected? We'll finish up banking and then go for windmills. A promise of dedication would send a strong message about my good intentions toward Visenya. I can give her a hook on me. Yeah, I mean, let's do a big hook. Yeah, 67%. Now we're much more likely to succeed. What's she gonna do with that hook? My dear friend Halbert has caught wind of my desire to improve my standing with Visenya and has offered me his aid. He assures me that he and Visenya are similar kinds of people. Halbert knows precisely what I need to do to earn her trust. Is he like her? Arrogant, shy, patient, thinker, arrogant. So he's just arrogant. That's it. He's not really like her at all. He gets a hook on me, and nothing happens. I don't know about that one, man. Yeah, I don't know about that, brother. Oh, this is Legendary Shrine. Okay. I have prowled through documents both ancient and of less certain provenance. I have finally enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the lordship of Stone Crab Cape. All that is left is one little bribe. Yos. Perfect. And then Starfish Harbor is next. Yeah, I need to up my prestige. I'm gonna get married to Helly Blandish. Seven fertility gods. So the maiden? Or maybe the mother? After learning that Visenya would be guesting at a manor in the village of Bastard's Cradle, I realized it would be the perfect occasion to meet with her. By my request, I was seated next to her for the duration of the dinner, and we both had a great time. I was surprised at how much we had to talk about. What a pleasant woman. What if you divorced your husband? King Aegon's Hand of the King. The Hand of the King is banging the King's sister wife, formerly. Wild, dude. You guys have a crazy relationship mixed up there. I am going to seduce my wife. I'm going to seduce my wife. That's a really normal thing to say. She is my new wife, my new Duchess. She is everything to me. Because my last wife was horribly murdered. This is a prestige thing. Have we recently had a feast? No? Okay. We'll feast it up. We've got the cash. We can feast up the Lord of the Lannisters. We'll try to aim for some friendship feasting here. My man, we're gonna lock that in. We have a lovely time ahead of us. You guys really aren't building anything, huh? I need you guys to build stuff. Look, I'm building stuff. What's your excuse? The guests are gathered in the Great Hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. I must admit that not being able to bring weapons detracts from the appeal of a celebration. The mood is bright and the spirits are high as the feast begins. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to King Lauren without making it feel forced. Okay, yeah, we've had this event a bunch of times. Yeah, let's charm him. Sick, we nailed that. Absolutely nailed it. Is there some other recreational activity I want to perform while we're here? Is there somebody else to befriend? Oh, can I try seducing my wife? Is she here? What's her name again? Lady Helly. We hear Lady Helly? Absolutely amazing if we could just go ahead and seduce her at the feast. Oh man, what a time skip. My lord, the wine. We cracked open the next barrel. It has gone bad. It has all gone bad. The feast is still raging, but without drink, the mood is sure to dwindle at a cruel place. I can crack open my secret stores. I can turn prestige into money, which I don't really want, and I don't have enough money. So we're going to crack open the secret stores. Yeah, we're positive on prestige now. Sitting opposite my wife, Lady Helly, provides me with a veritable treasure trove of ways to tease her without breaking the rules of propriety. Of course, it's all about being. I snap the small bone of heart I'm deftly holding in two. Firm, wouldn't you agree? I can see from the look on her face that Helly gets my message. What I can't discern is her expression. Is that lascivious interest or a tumbling tummy? It's alarmingly difficult to say. Oop. I think this isn't working. Perhaps she prefers more honest talk. Yes. Nope. She thinks I'm dreary. Shit. How badly did that affect our relationship? Not very much. The feast is drawing to a close, and my visitors are sure to expect me to laugh. Okay, yeah. I'm toasting the King of the Lannisters. We didn't get any eager reveling there, I think. That's unfortunate. But did we get enough to switch over to limited crown authority? Yes, we did. It's time to make a lot more money. Revoke title. And revoke title. I can't do that yet. I have spent decades to acquire these properties in particular. And now they're finally mine, including the monastery, which I hope to one day bring up to its greatest heights. We're bringing in even more cash. We do need to finish building out Stoneclaw, and then we can work on putting another village at the Isle of Pigs. Same deal here. This kind of could use... Okay, we're gonna demolish this log fort. This is ridiculous. This is in the exact center of the country. We're turning this into, like, farmlands and such. Probably that, too. There's way too many forts on this island. Guys, we're a beautiful, peaceful, sheltered land, and then we gotta build cities here as well. So we gotta start saving up for the cities. I am attending the dance, not simply because I am Lord of the Castle, but because I want to see Lady Helly there. She looks resplendent, and when we have a moment to ourselves, I offer my suggestion. She is fickle, humble, zealous, just, and a righteous zealot. Fickle, zealous, just, I don't know that malicious. I think thoughtful. A walk in the garden away from all of this. I was correct. What's that Hamilton song? Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Some of my counselors believe their job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Helly when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Okay, Joffrey gets bonus martial. Nella gets studying intrigue. Septon Alistair gets +3. Wait, Septon Alistair? He sucks, right? Yeah, he absolutely is dog shit. Oh, or I lay with my wife. Yep, we're gonna do that. We're gonna lay with our wife. We want her to have kids and become pregnant with us. Have kids with us and become pregnant, not be pregnant with us. Felt like I had to correct that, but now I think it sounds weirder now that I have. Hey! I'm not stressed, so that will not kick in and will do nothing for now. But maybe one day it will. Here we go. We're gonna... Oh no! Our alliance with the Lannisters expired. That is bad. That's bad for us. Okay, we're gonna make... We're making some stuff. Oh boy. Can we renegotiate our alliance here? Nope. No extra alliance just because I'm married to his aunt. Just because my son is marrying his aunt. Yeah. Okay. She has the alliance. And now he's allied with the Starks? What the hell is going on in this kingdom? Y'all is crazy. Boy, you're going to lose that. This is a failure timeline for sure. The Targaryens have failed to leverage their dragons. Baratheon died. They control, at best, 2 kingdoms and the Crown Lands, if we're being very generous. The servants have all been sent away, and our bed has been decorated with roses. As Lady Helly enters our chambers, she smiles patiently and joins me without any hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, and limbs, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before the Father, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. And now we're going to romance our wife. I'm going to go with my gut in the moment. It was successful. It almost always is. I've never seen that fail. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, we should check to see if there are more children of the court who need to be... Well, apparently we've got a Dane in our court. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, okay. Okay. We are going to convert her into being a Riverlander, Miss Dane. We're going to teach you learning. Because our priests suck. They're bad. And we need teachers to teach teachers teaching. Ooh, I definitely don't want to teach her that culture. Or maybe I do. Wouldn't that be sick? I actually am going to teach her that culture. She will become the greatest smith of a generation. And then there's the other kid. Aisling, daughter of Rohanna and Bernard. I will allow you to become a diplomat. Perhaps we will have some use of you yet, young Skywalker. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Wow, maybe the reason that they didn't build anything here is because you can't build farms and fields here. Interesting. We are gonna go ahead and build a hospice then for plague resistance. For sure. And we can definitely build farms and fields here. Ironic, we can build monasteries here. And a trade port. Well, we're going to start there, because the trade port gives minus embarkation costs, and that will end up becoming huge at some point. My wife is pregnant. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with a fancy lord in pearls and silk. Apparently, he drew a map of the local farmlands for an unknown nobleman. The spies think the lord must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. Vigilance. Sweet Lady Helly, I sigh as I kneel before her. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray tell, how can I prove my love for you? Helly gives me a long look. Lady Dina's necklace is lovely, she says, and nods her head in the direction of my castellan, Lady Dina. But it would look even better around my neck. I will commission an identical necklace. That's the reasonable thing to do. My antiquarian has consumption, which is bad. And we're being schemed against, so yeah, we should probably put our spy master on that. Looking for secrets. Master Haston is a traitor. What's up here, dog? Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and imprison you, my man. Okay, get out of here, loser. Lady Helly, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. Helly ponders the request for a while before her face lights up. I have been plagued by nightmares lately. If you are truly devoted to me, you will stand guard outside my chambers and make sure no evil reaches me. You will sleep undisturbed. I did it. With his coming of age, my tuition of Green is at an end. Despite always seeming to seek authority and order, Green has not become as proficient as expected in the... Oh my god, you suck, dude. What the heck? Few would be impressed with his understanding of the subject, but he has at least developed a sound grasp of the basics of management and the beginnings of a sensible frugality. You are an embarrassment to your father. At least you're a knight, young man. It's going to be 10 years before you can start having kids, probably closer to 11 with the Westerling girl, but we needed the alliance. We needed to be free. It was a price we paid. Their love, the delay of the kids showing up. Yeah, we've seen this event before. We're gonna let them keep the tooth. She's got her own tooth now. By the father, Lady Helly is an insufferable swine. Have you seen how she invokes the seven high god name? I don't know, the father? Ridiculous. My friend Master Halbert throws his head back with a wicked laugh. Helly is conversing with her friends, but I can tell she heard him. I hate to see her hurt. This guy's gonna beat my ass. You should apologize, or I kissed my wife. I'm just gonna kiss my wife. I don't want to risk getting in a physical conflict. I'm weak. A mixture of fear and exhilaration spreads like wildfire throughout the harbors and merch. Oh, what the heck? Nella has found a person willing to spy for you. Do I have to hire him still? No, but I can demand a payment from him. We'll just keep that hook on you. Jaehaerys has managed to claim the light orange beast Deathwing. I thought he already did. I feel like I swear I already saw him do this before. Is it just that he hatched it and now he's riding it? I don't know. He's still unmarried. That's crazy. How do you feel about getting a little Vyne in your bloodline? I can't overcome. I need a grand wedding, but I'm already set to make a grand wedding. Sheesh. Sheesh. There's a second child. Can we get him to marry in? Almost certainly not. They're never going to let that happen. Yeah. But if he's starting to have kids, maybe he'll have more kids. Nice job, Katrin Fowler. I need you to have 2 more sons minimum. Oh, Helly, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little son. What are the colors that I have so far? We should Roy G. Biv the boys. Green, white, gold. Bud, that's not a color. Red, Roy, so orange. It is orange Vyne. Orange, you go. He's a genius. Amazing. I'm gonna make him a learned scholar, and he's gonna be literally world class. I'm gonna have you trained by the best scholar I know. Holy cow. Nice. That's a good son right there. Orange, you're my pride. All of my children are my pride. Even Green, who didn't pay attention in school. All right. My wife is being attacked by an intruder. We've seen this before at least twice, maybe. Yeah, she ends up killing him, and then we bang. We become soulmates. Excellent. Listen, I love my new wife, but do I love her as much as my first wife? Probably not. She was really special. That Lyanna Stark, Lysa Stark, that... I don't even remember her face. Non-believer secret. Sure. We're just gonna blackmail her. Just like we've blackmailed several other people. It's the right thing to do. Down. It's not really that good. Wait for it. We're gonna get this guy to start boosting his own tax, so he gets in a better position. This guy needs our help. as well. We're going to have him get a trade port. Once they get enough tax and they get going, they should be fine. I don't know why the game paused there. That was weird. That does happen from time to time. Okay, so these two castles, Grapekeep and Orchard Watch, we're going to have to get rid of them shortly because there's two county-level holdings left, Mermaid Rocks and Starfish Keep. So we're going to have to put somebody in those castles. We need to start thinking about that. You really don't want to land your primary heir ever because then they start doing dumb shit and get involved in politics. But if White grows up fast enough, I think he'll be old enough. We can land him in one of the castles. He'll become my vassal, and he'll be able to give the castle to his kids in perpetuity. And that's exactly what I said I wanted at the beginning of this playthrough. I want the whole island. All of the holdings, all the mayorships, all the castles, everything be held by Vynes. And in a huge family creeping like kudzu across the land. All of these gold vines, gold wines, everybody, they're gone. It's just vines everywhere. You'll need a flamethrower and machete. Only a dragon could dislodge us from the island. Well, out on a leisurely stroll, we've seen this before as well. Actually, I'm better at this than my steward is. I'll let him go, though. Yeah, he did it. He made it happen. You became the owner of the Lucky Vineman coin. +1 stewardship per stress level, +2% domain taxes. That's not bad. I mean, it's literally better than nothing. Alright, so next we're going to pick up Avaricious. And then we need to figure out whether it's worth getting Administrator or going for Learning. The question is, how old are we? We're 38. I think that we have time. If we switch to Learning, we should be able to get down to Whole of Body way before we die. And so Healthy gives you a medium health boost. Whole of Body gives you a medium health boost. Fertility boost probably isn't going to matter that much. But yeah, like this tree can keep you alive longer. Know Thyself basically keeps you from dying once. It lets you know when you were supposed to die and gives you 1 year of free not dying. And then we can go for Profit. And if we get to Profit, we can make a offshoot cult of the Faith of the Seven with, you know, your boy Redwyne and all of his heirs as a sort of second pope. We can create a Vineman specific. We're gonna form a religious cult. And finally, if we do that and we get all the way down, Learn on the Job gives you 20% of your counselor's primary skills. So, you know, 20% of this guy's 57 is going to be a considerable boost for me. So yeah, I don't think we're going to stick with stewardship. We're going to go Learning because we want all of the trees in Learning. But, you know, you don't have to go for it early. You can wait until you're starting to get old and then switch to Learning to live as long as possible. We got banking. Next up, we want windmills. +1 building slot. We get water wheels. Yeah, look at that. Tax minus building construction cost. It's going to be great. Windmills are also good. Yeah, windmills are also excellent. If we can get windmills and water wheels everywhere, we're going to try to do that. My Master of the Hunt, Joffrey, brings word of a pheasant. What is with the bird animals? Where's one? I mean, I'm not wanting to complain too much, but what if we... Now, hear me out. What if we hunted deer? What if we hunted deer? Like, would that be crazy? Okay. We may be part of cultivating the Gardener bloodline. I'm okay with this. It means giving up a chance at an alliance, but we will now be bringing the blood into the fold. What I want, though, is I want her dad to join me so that the kids they have in the future. Court. What if I send you a little money? Will you then join me? No? I might have to make her my friend or something. Let's try that. Lord Garth, grand wedding. I don't know who this Garth is, but I shall attend your wedding. Garth. I think I might be considered a criminal in these ways. I did rebel for my independence. We sit in a quiet tavern in Reynard Hall when a loud band of ragged look. We've done this at least twice. Hugh Todder, do I have a sworn shield? Oh, I have plenty of open spots for that. Yeah, okay, I have the perfect job for you. Hold here. Yes. It's doing it by rank instead of aptitude, which is strange. Ah, I can bring my son in. Yes. Good. Why do you look horrible, son? Also, what's your fashion sense here? We need to... First off, what's going on with your hair? I don't hate that. We want something that shows off your dynasticness, but also your wealth. I don't hate that either. Can we get a little cloak going on? It'd be so cool if it had the coat of arms in the middle of it. Alright. Okay. You look a lot better now. But you're still 6, so, you know. Relax, dude. We can... diplomance. Sure, why not? Who's here to diplomance? My father-in-law. My cousin-in-law? My old cousin-in-law. I want to be part of the family again. Sir White Vyne has grown up. Oh no, my son's knighted? Cool. Why is your wife captured? Who has your wife? It's the fucking Iron Islanders causing each other problems all the time. Ugh. Iron Islands! I look around myself in excitement. Everywhere I lay my eyes on, there are mingling guests, flowers on every surface, buzzing servants with loaded dishes, and a very proud host, Lord Garth, checking on the final details. The nervous but excited spouses Axel and Bella, Tarly and Afflorent, are standing at the ready. The ceremony is about to begin. This is such a reach wedding. This wedding is such a reach. As the ceremony runs its course, I finally managed to place myself by Lord Alfred and to engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves into a more interesting field, politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I want him. You can never feel too safe. Your enemies are always getting stronger around you. It's good to have strong allies in a time of need. Is that it? Did we get the alliance? We got him, boys. We got the alliance. My Chancellor Casimir hurries excitedly to greet me as I enter the court. My lord, you have never quite felt like a full Vyneman man, have you? I believe that many years ago you hailed from a mystical land far from here. Some people may find this a little far-fetched, and it would take some effort to prove it to be true. But there is strong groundwork there to make you a living legend. Excellent work, my man. Excellent work. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed, and all that's left is the final vows, the formal consent, the seal on the marriage. As both Axel and Bella say, I do, the crowd starts cheering, and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Exciting! Alright, hold on, I wanna finish some business in the background here. Yep. What do I need to make this city? 157, so I need like 340-ish. Yep, that's right. Okay. The formal part of the wedding, the ceremony, is finally behind us. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of the gargantuan meal, exciting entertainment, and general revelry that we are about to be offered. Let's tuck in. Enjoy, bon chance. They're dueling at a wedding like a bunch of dipshits. Murder. Is there someone I want to murder? Like a peak? I'm not good at murder, though, so it's not really worth aiming for it. By any reasonable standards, the evening's food is an exciting medley of textures, flavors, and spectacle. Though this is a particularly special occasion, near my seat, both Lord Alfred and Lord Edison share their opinions about the spread. By the crone, this cuisine is sublime, enthuses Alfred, as varied as propriety demands, without overindulging. The variety is a bit sparse, Edison whines. What's the harm in having more variety of dishes? I am already an ally, but I'd love to be a friend of Alfred's. I'd love to be friends with my former cousin-in-law. Right. This is box text. Praise the happy couple, as expected. As expected. Though not the absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, jugglers, and more. Near my seat, both Lord Rickard and Lord Edison share their opinions on this play. I'm glad there's not too many performers, wrinkles Rickard. Troublesome types generally. I was hoping for more variety, honestly, Edison whinges. You can always grab more jobbing types from any old town, after all. Lord Rickard, I see. Oh, this Edison is a peak. No wonder I don't agree with anything he says. He's wrong. He's always wrong. Secret of Josella. She's a deviant. Yes. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my acquaintance Lord Reynard goes on and on about the blessings of family. And that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? No, please, do go on. Save your girl, my man. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. So many delectable dishes to eye, so much opportunity for stolen glances, even an illicit tryst, perhaps two. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. Let us raise the opinion of people who share our traits. Every feast, there's always one. Yeah, right. We're gonna go for the diplomacy. He just becomes good friends with us. We keep getting this event over and over again. We can lock in Lord Rickard. Excellent. Thank you for being our friend. Alright, they're married now. They're gonna go bang. We come back downstairs. The newlyweds have taken their leave, consigned by the families to the bedchamber to consummate their union. The rest of us have returned to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. Looking out over the crowd, I bask in the warmth of a happy occasion, drawing strength from the smiling faces in concord. But who is this hunched figure? The rest of the evening is mine to spend as I wish. Isn't that the woman that just got married? No? Oh, she's the wife of the current... Okay, so look after Poppers. Talk to Florent. Leave. Or make sure that Master Ryan gets home. I'm gonna talk to Florence. Hey, what's up? What's up, girl? Somebody's threatening to kill me. I should definitely turn on Disrupt Schemes. It's on. As we... Wait. Did it just skip the end of the wedding? It did skip to the end of the wedding. That's fine. As we travel through the outskirts of Reynard Hall, we suddenly see a jovial man in the distance, jumping, dancing, and singing to himself. He seems like quite the character. Would you like to hear the songs of Harlan the Swine of the Reachman Court? He yells at us as we get within shouting distance. Before we have time to answer, he starts singing a merry tune about the depravities of King Harlan. Abelard is very confident, but I have an excellent fool already, who is also my court chronicler. I will take you on board, Abelard, and hopefully Casimir is still here. Casimir? We are looking for Court Chronicle Casimir. He's still here. Excellent. We have 2 5 stars here. Wild. That's what you like to see. The choppy waters are enough to make any experienced sailor seasick. As we roll back and forth on the waves, the people on the ship are slowly moving to seek shelter below. I notice Miles looking out over the railing before turning to make his way toward the hull deck. But before anyone has time to react, the ship hurls sideways and he falls into the dark water. He will die, or he gets injured, or we save him. We're going to try to save him. We tried to save him! And he was saved. We don't need random-ass books. We actually have really good books already. We've got great books, honestly. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. Right, yes. We have to be vigilant because someone's planning to kill me. Got it. I understand. Because I understand. You know, if this girl dies, we can make a new alliance. After learning that Vanessa would be attending the dance in the castle town of the Citadel, I decided that it would be the perfect occasion to pass by to ensure that I get some face-to-face time with her. The ball was exquisite, and Bonessa put on a fine show. Afterward, I told her how impressed I was, and we got to talking. By the time I left, it felt as though we had known each other a lifetime already. Now this is trying to hire her to my court. Excellent. Come with me. I sip a mug of imported wine, eyes scanning over my latest scrawling. The fool crowned, a lord is not without wisdom, an empty head with thoughts unstricken. When such a man is seen to exist, it makes one want to hurl a fist. Truly, I am one of the greatest artistic minds of my age. I can become a poet or a journaler. I actually think poet rules. Journaler. I'm going to take poet. I am a poet. Because you can do cool stuff like this. Send people a poem. Make them glad about you. It's like a little extra thing that you can do. Good. The girl and the mother are now part of my court. I want to make sure that you train your own daughter. What are you skilled at? Train your daughter in martial. Perfect. We want to find a position at court for Vanessa. I don't suppose you want to become a Septon? No? No? How about Keeper of the Cells? You're not good at it, but we just want you to not be able to leave our court without serious difficulties. Part of the ship, part of the crew. I was able to obtain a secret. Bernard, the murderer? Who did you murder? Whom did you murder? Murdered Mega? That's messed up, dude. You got some money? You don't have any money. What do you do for me? I don't know that you do anything. You have one kid. I'll tell you what. Why don't you become a Septon? You will atone for your murder. Then I'm going to invite you back. The kid is still in my court. Excellent. Meow, 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 meow. I'm going to marry the kid off to Vargo Hoat. He's definitely going to die before she's old enough to have the marriage consummated. Wow, the irony, actually. Sending this woman to take Septon vows, even though she's a non-believer. How about you? Will you pay me? I don't have any money. Why are all of my retainers so poor? I pay them. Sir Gold Vyne is a knight and has grown old enough to attend to my needs as a sworn shield. Excellent. I want you to educate your younger brother. I want you to educate that random guy. Perfect. Let's make sure the younger kids are all learning Valyrian. Perfect language. We've got lifestyle, avaricious. We're now flipping over. Going to take development growth bonus for now. University visit is available again. All right. I was going to build some more cities, but rather than build a city, I'm going to spend it on myself to go back to college. I want to get level 5 senechaliness. Man, this girl's been in prison for years now. Brother, you got to let this girl go. What are you doing, man? You're leaving your heir. One of your heir. You had a bunch more boy kids. She's never going to inherit. Oh. White is married. Ooh, have kids. In the words of that Japanese prime minister, procreate. Father, we found this while exploring the castle yesterday. You should have it. Found a pouch of coins and gave it to me. What a good kid. Oh, that's probably enough for the university visit, honestly. As I'm out for a stroll around the market, a merchant calls me over, insisting she has something that will pique my interest. The scent of drying herbs and foreign tinctures overwhelms my senses as I approach the stall. She's rifling through her collection of dusty tomes and other treasures. After some digging, she produces an old book and insists I will need it for what is to come. Let us negotiate. We got a good price for the book. A fine book about books. As I'm putting away my newly acquired fine book about books, a slip of parchment falls out. Upon it are instructions for a practice called bibliomancy, where one might divine their fortune from a passage in a book. All I need to do is open this text to a random spot and read the first fateful verse that my eyes may fall upon. The temptation is overwhelming. I follow the instructions to the letter and select a passage at random from the text before me. Shivering with anticipation, I open my eyes and read, "Fear is the mind killer. A coward dies 1,000 tiny deaths, yet a valiant man dies but once." Lifestyle experience. Learn deeper. Scoff. Or bring my antiquarian. I actually can just do this myself, probably. And I did do it myself. I have finally cracked the mysterious passage from Fine Book About Books and feel much wiser for it. Thanks to that merchant, the threads of fate suddenly appear more clearly for me. Fear may well be the mind killer, but I have faced my fear. Without fear, I die but once, and I get a free upgrade to my learning. I don't want to wait for our life to be over. Do I want to go to the Sept or the Citadel? I actually went to the Citadel before. I want to try the Sept. I want to see if it's different. I need $516. I need a huge pile of money. It's crazy because I actually make an enormous amount of money. It's just I'm always spending it and reinvesting it. No. My spy master. Somebody wants to kill my courtier Renly. Renly, you must stay alive. Forever. As Bud continues to grow, I see less and less of myself in him. Is he even truly mine? Yeah, look at that hair color. He's definitely... He looks exactly like us. It changes nothing. He is my son. Ariella Whitechild has been released from prison. I will marry you off to one of my peoples. I will marry you off to Uther. You will become you will have a noble child who is comely, which we definitely want. We want good genetics that maybe we can further marry into our people. Okay, here we go. University time. That's right, boys and girls. Your old dad's 41 and he's going back to school. I am finally here, walking the hollowed halls of the storied Sept, revered seat of all knowledge of the faith of the Seven World. I have so much to learn from the holy men and women who gather between these venerable walls. And what about all the ancient scrolls and books? Of course, major centers of culture are also active markets and offer all the distractions that a student could ever desire. Time to get started. Today, our teacher Alador begins. We are going to examine the anatomy of a falcon. We volunteer to help. We did this one last time. My Chancellor Casimir. We also had this before. We now have 2 copies of this, which is fine, because when we can afford it, we could get 2 different legendary shrines. A new lifestyle perk. We're going to take plague resistance to avoid the plagues. My in-depth studies in the Faith of the Seven doctrine at the Starry Sept have confronted me with so many new questions, not all of which seem to have clear-cut answers. Some even seem to have contradictory explanations. Is faith supposed to be completed by reason or not? Does faith only deal with the unseen or not? Can we even know what is unseen or not, yes or no? There must be meaning in the contradictions. I gain a book artifact. And that book artifact is yes and no. This is plus learning lifestyle, but I already have plus learning lifestyle. I'm good. Students, we have an esteemed speaker joining us for today. My teacher Alador exclaims, "Let us welcome Leighton, the utmost authority on the Faith of the Seven doctrine in the Starry Sept." "Greetings," Leighton starts solemnly, while cracking his knuckles. "Today we will be exploring calligraphy and how it connects to the nature of the Father." The other students straighten their backs and procure their quills. This is going to take a while. "That's a heretical thought." Scribble furiously. "I think we should try to destroy him." We did it. We destroyed him with facts and logic. Da, 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 da. Universities and centers of higher education are always bustling hives of socialization. In these hollowed halls, the students are all peers, all apprentices along the road of knowledge, which is why it can be helpful to make friends and feel part of the community. These are at least my first thoughts when Celessa approaches me, the smell of mead on her breath. "Join me and my friends, Red. Prove to us the might of a lord by downing more cups than anyone else, and we shall consider you one of us." "I will get drunk as hell, my friend. I got rocked. I'm so sorry. I tried to be cool, but I'm a nerd. I don't drink alcohol. I'm so sorry. I threw up everywhere." "No, Princess Rhaenys is unwell." "Oh, and there's still no kids. Visenya still doesn't have kids. And Aegon has..." Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. "We need another boy child to marry her." Bum, 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 bum. "How do you feel about being my friend?" "Nope, can't do that." "Okay. How about swearing fealty?" "Nope, still can't do that." "Is the whole Stormlands rebelling against you?" God, you're so screwed all the time. And then you're attacking the Vale. The North is fine. My goodness. I don't know. This is such a divergence. It feels like I should have just started in the era of the Conciliator with, I think it's Jaehaerys raising Viserys of House of the Dragon fame in like 82 or 88 after the Conquest. This timeline is so cursed. I want to help the king out so much. The Starry Sept is a center of studies that truly attracts students from all over the world. This realization hits me as I contemplate how myself and many of my fellow pursuers of knowledge, including Celessa and Ella, are all foreigners in the Starry Sept. I wonder if there is any way I could take advantage of this. We can all learn from each other. Whoa. Video. I should probably be... Oh, hey, Rosé grew up. Always curious and knowledge-hungry student, Rosé has shown an affinity for scholarship from a young age. An avid learner, she has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. Nice. She's got a good stat spread. She's got tons of personality traits and is somehow also still pensive despite being an adult. Nice. We are bringing Merald Manderly down our way. He's coming to us, right? Yes. He will not become a knight, but he is a learned and wise negotiator. And he also has a claim on White Harbor that we could press. if we weren't on the other side of the world. I wanna become friends with you. Speaking of, hi Septon. He doesn't have any money compared to how much I need from him. My daughter's Riz is so magnetic she pulled a Manderley back to the Reach. Attention students, my teacher Daron shouts. Lord Manfred, okay, this is just the high tower dudes again. I would like to make a generous donation. I'm already at max capacity though. You are most thoughtful. I don't think you can get anything for going beyond the beyond. This has been such an amazing experience. When I left, I couldn't even imagine the number of wise men that was said, yeah. The Golden Sovereign, we got it. And look, it gives me learning lifestyle experience as well as stewardship, which means it now affects the new skill tree that I'm in. Perfect. And we got a book that gives a health boost, which means we can switch to that near the end of our life and give ourselves another couple of years. Oh, man. Asshole level contribution. Not really into that. How about chains of loyalty and likable? And now we have liege opinion, if we ever have a liege again, and direct vassal opinion. And we're going to make our kids some vassals. Yeah. Cool. We're back. And we're going to make another village shortly. We need, what, 340? We need some amount of money that we don't currently have. It looks like the seasons mod hasn't kicked in. Maybe it's because we started so early it won't ever kick in. But if it does kick in, it'll be really cool to start seeing snow in summer and the prices of everything change constantly, and to get the ravens from the maesters. Yeah, it's city time, baby. And then we're going to do another city. I love that 10 years ago we doubled our income, and now we've 10 years later doubled our income again from 20 to 40. We've got it made in the shade. I have been studying the ancient religious text and the writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree that the long night will return 10,000 years after it first ended. By my calculations, we are less than a century away. However, my Septon Alistair urges me to keep it to myself. Leave it to the priests and avoid panic. What if your calculations are wrong? I should consult with more Septons. What I'm saying is Alistair is a fool. Child heritage secret. Black man. My daughter learned Valyrian. Excellent. Excellent. All around, these are all great things to have. Thunderbringer. Bum bum ba dum bum bum ba da dum. Amer and I have little in common, which has made it difficult to communicate with him. However, with some effort, I could teach myself enough to carry a conversation on the power inherent in secrets. All manner of secrets. I shall study the intrigues. We are closer than ever. And now I will intrigue with my liege, Prince Jaehaerys Targaryen. Your brother is... and they're intermarrying with the Valyrians. That makes sense. And she's marrying her own brother, which is weird. It also means I can't marry her. I can't have one of my kids marry her. Unfortunate. Really wanted to lock in that Targaryen. Could you have some kids, the two of you? I need you to have a bunch of gardener babies so that we can have the gardeners return to being the lawful rulers of the realm. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the title of the Reach. Yes. which is title history. The Tyrells are only about 7% of the way into taking the official legitimacy. We could try to boot them back out. Someone's trying to kill Ariella. Fortunate, but also not all of our business. It's time to make that city. And then it looked like we had a bunch of court turnovers. So we're going to get working on that. I would love a Vyne to protect me. What? Just whoever's good. Oh, my son. My son's son. Seth's son Villano. He will teach me to exercise. A difficult choice, my man. Let coin and wine flow. Excellent. Nice job. Excellent writings of a Valyrian physician. Now, we are gonna fashion some armor and weapons in order to... I want segmented armor. Yes. Might just save for that Valyrian expedition and try to aim to get a Valyrian steel item and then reforge that into a sword. Selwyn Tarth is down. Okay. How are they doing over there? He got burned by dragonfire? Holy shit. Hold on a sec. Things are probably bad there. My artifact should gain knight-related modifiers. He's dead. His son is having tons of kids, which is unfortunate. I'm guessing the rebellion is not going well for the Stormlanders. And once again, the Targaryens are excellent at winning battles, and they are also losing the war because they haven't taken very many cities. And more importantly, they haven't taken the Vale. The AI is fumbling this so badly. My liege, you need a war leader at your side. Bring me into your court. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. To the benevolent Red, I have prowled through documents both ancient and of less certain provenance. I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the lordship of Starfish Harbor. All that is missing is one little bribe. And here it is, Lady Dina. You've been nice to us, but you're also a fucking threat. I appreciate your service to the realm, and your services are no longer required. We're gonna hand over Orchard Watch to my second son, White Vyne. He has control. I am back down on the correct number of titles. And after a little while, this should kick back over. This actually has a level 6 shipyard, which is incredible. It's such a big boon for us. We can also strip this guy of his castle and give Sir Goldvyne a place to sleep at night and to hold for the rest of his days. Red Hall, the new site of Gold, the Redwyne Vyne. A lot of colors involved in your titleage and name. Gold. Ah, yes, my siege unit must have been booted out of that. Yes, yes, yes. Fortunately, we can just put it anywhere. It's fine. I am proud to see My son no longer as a child, but as an adult. Even as a child, Bud had a way with words. It is therefore unsurprising that he has taken well to the study of diplomatic relations. A true silver tongue, he could sway the opinions of counts and kings alike. When he speaks, the court listens in an enraptured silence. He is a gracious envoy, and he is going to get married to that Tarly gal. Sorry, that Toth girl. That's like Tarly, but pretty different. Yes! And the alliance goes through. Alisander. Excellent, 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 excellent. We keep the alliance alive now and for as long as we can hold it. Can we switch to a tax office? A tax office would bring us in an incredible boost in money, I think. Like, yes, 1.5 is a lot, but plus 15% for all of my holdings in the duchy, I hold 5 of the 6. It's going to be, 15% is easily going to be 1.5. And, you can bump it all the way up to 30% eventually. It has come to my attention that your Septon Alistair is working to fabricate a spurious claim on the lordship of Mermaid Rocks. I implore you to remember that you are lord by right, not by greed. I am a lord by right, and I rightfully remove your titleage. My friend Amer stops me in the hall with a beaming smile. Ah, there you are, Red. I've just spoken to Galleon. I heard he is making segmented armor for you. I couldn't resist a visit to his armory. I talked to him about how to meet your expectation. I think you will like the results. Excellent. Excellent work, my liege. Wow, the Targaryens are down to 1 dragon and 2,000 troops? Holy shit. Oh, wait. That's just the kid. The kid has a dragon, and his dad has 2 dragons. Okay, that's fine. We're fine, everybody. We're fine. We're not losing our fucking minds. And they're not going to have any more kids. We're running so thin on dragons, so thin on Targaryens. We have got to keep this bloodline alive. This is ridiculous, Rohan protests. As the keeper of the Lord's personal collection, I have a responsibility to ensure the quality of your work. You will see it once it's finished, Galleon retorts. You should leave a man to his work when he is making segmented armor fit for royalty. Uh, 50% chance that he gets slightly higher, or we kind of upset people with a low chance of getting a better armor. Or we just have everybody stick to their duties. That's fine. I can afford the slight loss. Princess Rhaenys of Dragonstone has died. Her dragon, the Grey Beast Meraxes, is now without the guidance of her rider. Damn, bro. Who's getting married? Yeah, just some courtiers. I should double check on the children right now. Make sure all the kids are good. Nope. No kids, no squires. My court needs to have more babies. A good armor. My lord, my knight Galleon waves me over with a wide grin, gesturing towards a covered armor stand. I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. With a flourish, he rips the fabric away, and my eyes grow wide. The canvas of the armor is excellently lined internally with oblong steel plates and covered with a layer of cotton. The set includes a kettle hat with a wide brim. The brass rivets attached to the plate to the fabric of the armor have been grouped in a decorative pattern. Magnificent! Hold on, we have 500 bucks now. What was I doing? Oh, tax office. The thing every noble loves. A lord who is judicious with his tax officers. Excellent. Excellent. So we lost 1.5. But what can we gain? What can we gain with a 30% boost? I was able to find a secret warren is trying to protect. I keep blackmailing people and none of them have any fucking money to pay me for my blackmails. There we go. My son's got money. Why don't the rest of you have money? You have a phone, don't you? My spymaster has come to me with grave news. It is my rival, Helena, that is trying to plot me. She's my fucking spy. Oh, no. She's saying this person. Oh, the head of the gold mines. Interesting. I'm much weaker than her. I can denounce her. Denounced. Now anyone that meets her and arrest her. Murder scheme on you abandoned. Perfect. As I patiently await the fetching of clothes, we've done this a bunch of times. That little scoundrel. That scoundrel, that scamp. We are gonna build in those cities that we ordered to get to prime the pump to get the tax money flowing. She is certain my Marshal Joffrey is scheming against my Master of Horse, so we're gonna just tell everybody. We're gonna let everyone know, and hopefully they just stop doing that shit. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, we have another holding. We need to build a trade port in. Why is this so much higher than before? Oh, there's a big negative penalty. That's fine. We gotta prime the pump. Prime the pump. Helena Goldwine. We got a secret? Atashi Vampire. That's the secret. We need a new wet nurse. And we choose this woman. We're gonna pick restraint. Embrace celibacy isn't very good, but know thyself is excellent. How's my health? Excellent. Is there a trade port this far inland? Steamed hands? Aurora Borealis located entirely within your kitchen? This time of year? The pump is primed, everybody. The pump is primed. Why is everyone scheming against Harmon? What the fuck did this guy do? Yeah, okay, everybody get angry. Go ahead. Go nuts. Go apeshit. There's a lot of misbehaving baddies around here. Rhaenyra Valyrian. My son Orange's educator. Oh no. Alright, hold on. We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. Betrothed can now get married in grand wedding. Shit. Okay, we need to temporarily get a steward. Yeah, my son. I'll fire him later. Next up is grand marriage to the Vale girl. Grand wedding. Yeah, you really want to normally do grand stuff. You want to do events in your capital so you can stay working the whole time. Nope. Maybe we're not going to do stuff that grand. The entertainment will be good. Everything else will just be normal. Matchmaking. No. How about diplomacy? Would it be wild to get an alliance with him? It would be wild. Is there no one else that I can get otherwise? If I get an alliance with him, he can't attack me for the rest of either of our natural lives till one of us dies first. That is very good, because our biggest concern right now is definitely getting wrecked by them. I am going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to go ahead and host it. And then when we have 300, we're going to buy a new super blacksmith. And we're going to get him working at stewarding and making everybody better. And we're going to train some commandos. A twist of fate. It's my rival, she died. Twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. The father knows that I was cursed the day I met Helena. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that abhorrent hag to her grave. To her grave! You know, I might actually be able to invite additional people to that marriage. I don't mean invite them to the marriage. I meant invite them to the wedding. It would be weird if I invited them to the marriage. Invite to activity. No, because he's not going to get there in time. That's fine. That makes tons of sense. What if we invited Manfred Hightower? Nope. What if we invited the head of the Citadel, who is Seneschal Umfred? Nope. Okay, I can see that you don't want to play ball here. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Hey, Joffrey's a non-believer. A lot of non-believers in my court. Why did I get all the fucking atheists? Mental break, dark thoughts. I must resist. I'm gonna probably get less stressed at the wedding. He said like an insane person. That's never gonna happen. The spouses, Lord Gold and Janira, are both here, looking radiant in their best attire. At my signal, everyone will get into position, and the ceremony will begin. I can't wait. The guests are gathered, and the ceremony is about to start, and everything seems in order when something out of the ordinary happens right in front of my eyes. Janira, on her way to her future husband, trips and flails around. About to fall, when a concerned servant approaches, she just smiles and picks the culprit. A horseshoe. Lord Alfred, who has seen the whole scene going down like me, catches my eye and comments, "That was surprising, wasn't it? Oh, cousin-in-law, you are a trickster. Don't do that again. Ever." Oh, we have enough money. He's gonna invite Master Axlith. Yeah. The day has finally come, and I couldn't be prouder of my gold, the beautiful groom, as the person standing by my side has unwillingly discovered. Look at him, isn't he radiant? And it's such a good match. Everything is perfect. As I finally turn around, I realize that my neighbor is none other than King Harlan. I could take advantage of this moment of connection. Important weddings make important allies. Aren't you jealous? I'm just so proud. Important weddings make important allies. I failed. I'm grasping. I'm glad I told my servants early to keep an eye out for King Harlan's arrival, because in the midst of the wedding preparations, I might have missed it otherwise. Instead, I'm proudly standing in the middle of the courtyard, wearing my fanciest clothes and surrounded by a guard of honor, when Harlan makes his entrance. This is straight out of Episode 1, Season 2 of Andor. I'm extremely pleased to welcome you, King Harlan. I am certain you will find my hospitality most agreeable and be impressed by all the wonders my realm has to offer. Show you to the gardens? Maybe take you to the venue preparations? Or we just enjoy the ceremony? Or we go to the garden? He liked the gardens! Togoro is brought before me. With him is an assortment of yeah, we've done this before. I need a master smith. Blah, 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 blah. We're gonna appoint you my new steward. We're gonna marry you to somebody in my court, because we need you to have kids. Not my daughter. Not the Dane. Aisling. Yes. Then we probably have people who are not being educated because they have been waiting. Oh man, if we'd married the guy to the Dane and then he was all, I feel like we keep getting in this situation where we want to raise a girl up and also she ends up being married to the Hoat at the time. I think that says things about the way that this is going down. I'm going to turn the Dane into a copy. We will forge the Dane girl into a smith using dark magics of Valyrian weaponry. Sir Bud the Weakthorn, Vyne. Bud is going to be our Master of Arms and Captain of the House Guard. Excellent. Are there any other... Nope, I don't have any other kids to appoint as my sworn shields. I am enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I've managed to organize. Everything has gone well so far, and as soon as I think it, I know I've jinxed it. Janira freezes in confusion, having clearly forgotten what the next step of the ceremony is. I can feel King Harlan's eyes piercing me from the crowd, urging me to intervene. I will diffuse the situation. I'm so brave. I'm so brave. Janira, welcome to the family. As the ceremony runs its course, I finally manage to place myself by King Harlan and to engage him in some small talk, which rapidly moves more into a more interesting field, politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I wanted him. You can never feel too safe. Your enemies are always getting stronger around you. Shit, it's always good to have strong allies in a time of need. Damn. He's got a pretty good reason not to trust me, honestly. My daughter Rose has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Redwyne dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. We're actually going to call him Garland. Welcome, Manderly child. You are one of us now, and you shall be an excellent steward, so that your father's line might inherit my stewardship, and so that you will become an excellent worker of the castle your father uses. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed, and all that's left is the final vows, the formal consent, the seal on the marriage. As both Lord Gold and Princess Janira say, I do, the crowd starts cheering, and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. With all the formalities behind us, it's now time to celebrate. I signal for the servants to bring out the food and drinks, and to shepherd the guests to the feast venue. Let the wedding banquet begin. I can fake? No, that's crazy. Why would I fake having a white bear? This is the diplomacy farm here. I didn't get it. That detestable Lady Dinah has been staring at me across the banquet table. Our eyes meet, and I tense for an argument as she crosses the room towards me. Wait, is she crying? Why did you invite me to this splendid wedding? After all that's passed between us. Her eyes fill with tears. I wish I could take it all back. I embrace Dina. And let all be forgiven. I hurl fresh quail at her. What's your forgiveness worth? Or I ignore her. No, I embrace her. Because I'm going to take your last fucking house from you shortly. After observing King Harlan from afar, I quickly come to the conclusion that I cannot just approach him and start talking about the weather, or the latest medical treaties, or war, or prey that becomes an alliance. I soon spot Lord Alfred, that's my cousin-in-law, known to be Harlan's friend, happily chugging down goblets of wine. Tell me, where do Harlan's interests lie? I ask, attentive. He thrives at court. With great care, he has studied the arts of the shadow. Fantastic. Let us use this insight at once. He has studied stewardship, so we're going to say something stewardly. That's a courtly plot, no. That's kind of a feasting plot, but he's a social guy. Let's do that one. He considers us a kindred soul. As the wedding host, I know I should be spending more time with the couple and their families, but I just can't tear myself away from my friend Lady Dinah. I can see Lord White starting to glare at me, but every time I excuse myself, Dinah has me howling with laughter all over again. What a joy to have her here. Oh, what if we get White to be a friend as well? They got kind of friendly. They aren't friends. The banquet hall is dressed in a riot of colors, scents, and sights. Only the rarest fabrics and flowers are absent from the garb. Near my seat, both Lord Alfred and Master Runsell share their opinions on the decorations. The smith, it's all just perfect, enthused Alfred. Just the right amount to be tasteful without going over. Ceremonies are important, and this is part of the ceremony. Runsell snorts. It should have been bigger, better, prettier, all of it. I picked many of the decorations myself, Alfred, and now my cousin-in-law is my friend. It took me decades. The hall is awash with a riotous parade of acting troupes, dancing musicians, and exotic charlatans, delighting the guests en masse. Near my seat, both Master Raymond and Lord Tommen share their opinions on the display. Do a flip, shouts Raymond at a cavorting tumbler. By the crone, I love a good party. It's all good, but it's all rather showy. Tommen sniffs. I could do with a bit more room to talk. I think, Tommen, I had envisioned it differently when I hired the Tommen. After extensive conversation over our delectable dishes, Master Garin expresses that he finds me most learned and wise, and that my utterances are always of inestimable worth to those less well-read than I. Your father was an estimable warrior. I can see that all the guests are satisfied and pretty tired, but the day of celebration is not over yet. I quickly organize a festive procession to lead the newlyweds to their bedchamber. Let's let the newlyweds celebrate privately. For us who remain, let's pour another drink. Sounds like the beginning of a rap song. My acquaintance, Violet, is scheming against my wet nurse. Let the traitor be known. Do it. Do it. Mm-hmm. Yo-ho-ho. And the undertow of Antica. Feed us, will feed us the treasure trove in your yo-ho-ho. Yeah, we're gonna start swapping out all these bastions and curtains with economic buildings. I say that, but it doesn't look like we can do that here. However, blacksmiths give 4% holding bonus, so yeah, we're gonna straight up do that. Okay, yeah, hold up. Excellent, excellent. I think cattle pastures here as well. The newlyweds have taken their leave, consigned by the families to the bedchamber to consummate their union. The rest of us return to the banquet hall to make merry and celebrate. With the ceremonies complete and the vows spoken, I am overwrought with concern and hope for the happy couple, all the coming trials of partnership and parenthood. The rest of the evening is mine to spend how I wish. I've been meaning to talk to Gerald, not likely. Grow closer to Master Gurn, or pray at the scepter. I think Gurn. Let's get another friend in if we can. We like tons of friends because it gives us stress loss. When, finally, the last guest leaves, I look at the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a fine job organizing it. And I got a ton of prestige. Who doesn't love getting prestige? Swapping another building for farms. Farms. Now we're going to leave this one because it's the capital. We want it to be bristling with menace. We want another trade port if this is trade portable. If not, cow pastures. We teach them people Valyrian. Why am I not having kids with my wife, by the way? Wife. I want kids. Wife, I want kids. Why? We shall attempt to befriend the Prince Jaehaerys. 51% ain't bad. Not great. My spy master has come to me with a discovery. It is certain that my daughter-in-law, Princess Hela, is scheming against my wet nurse, Ariella. Let her be known. No wards, no squires. We're fully locked in here. The whole court is stacked. We're just waiting for the kids, man. The last work of my acquaintance, Lord Garth, has become all the rage at the court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind, and Garth has publicly dedicated it to me. Time of memory. What man does not hope to rest when tired, no matter his wealth and treasure acquired, and hope only for memory's grace, that their history finds true place. So far, I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has certainly grown too dramatic to ignore much longer. Garth, I can see that this is truly heartfelt. Now, we might want to consider colonizing Valyria. Now, it doesn't make sense to start from the center. We actually want to start... Oh, no! No! What is happening? My spy master has come to me with grave news. It is my court tutor, Aegon, that is planning to kill my master, of course. No, he's dead. I just started making him my friend. He's dead. He never even got married. And now it's just 2 kids are all that remains of the Targaryen line. If they die, it's over. Oh my god, the Targaryens are getting slaughtered in every direction. No, please don't die, Targaryen line. Marry into my line. I need your blood regularly so that my dragon riders will be effective when I get dragon riders. Oh my god, the queen is too old. Someone has to kill this woman so he can remarry. Oh no, disaster all around. We need a port. It would only make sense to start in a place that has a port. And it would also make sense that we take a place that has a natural dragon pit. I don't see a port here. I guess this kind of looks port-like, but... Is this a dragon pit? Oh, shit. It's a sealed mine. Does it count as a dragon pit when it's done? No. This building acts as a natural dragon pit. Here we go. Razalar is the largest of the 14 flames, a colossus of molten fury and ancient power. Its summit, constantly veiled by smoke and ash, pierces the heavens and casts its shadow over the surrounding landscape. Rivers of lava flow from its fiery core, tracing luminous paths through the dark volcanic rock. Due to the extreme temperatures around the volcano, mining is impossible. We must have $600. You must have level of fame illustrious. What's our level of fame? We are illustrious. Okay. We're going to save up and try to build a colony here. This might actually be how we get around not being able to make a second duchy, is to form a duchy of Valyria and turn Valyria into our new capital. Holy shit, Giga Brain. If we can't join the Targaryens and be in the Seven Kingdoms, what if we just make the original kingdom? My daughter-in-law Cassandra has given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of the Redwyne destiny, he should be blessed with a good name. Now this is the son of Bud. His son shall be known Wiser. Yes, Sir Budweiser. He will be a good steward for his dear old dad. I do love that he also has great intelligence. This is really multiplying in our line, and we want to keep it that way. We want to eventually marry intelligent kids to other intelligent kids and make them all geniuses. I want a giga genius commune. Where is Bud? We may want to consider getting a kid married as soon as possible. Heritable female traits, age. We're looking for wise, or, I mean, that's pretty good right there. We got genius in Shira Pike. Can we lock this in? Can we make it happen? Looking for a Vicer. Yes. Excellent. But we have other sons to make happen as well. Josella Hightower. Marry you to Garland Vyne. Excellent. Then we have one more son, and we want him to pull in some big numbers here. We want him to pull in a good thing. Now, we don't have anybody that really is rocking physical attributes or beauty attributes very high levels, so Manfred could really bring up the atmosphere here. And let's see if there's any girl have to get married. Sherry is not married, and neither is Melanie Vyne. Who the hell is Melanie Vyne that I didn't name this girl? Did I just... Oh, because she's under Gold's influence, and he's landed, so I can't control his kids anymore judiciously. Interesting. We want to use them to pull guys over into the family influence. Can we get Melanie to bring the kid in? Yes. Okay, and then we got one more kid to marry off. It's a 14-year-old. Yes. That's a solid marriage. I should probably make the High Septon happy with me. He's gonna live to be very old. Have babies. Damn. This is a marriage with the Lannisters to bring in 28,000 troops. Yes, my son, my first son, is finally married at 25. You need to start making up for lost time. I need tons of sons, my son. Bring me the grandchildren. You have some reason to go to war. No. Meow. Could fabricate a claim on Highgarden itself. It feels very risky to become a Lord Paramount, and it's so far away from the level of politics and power I wanted. I kind of just want to disappear into the background noise. Ah, yes, we can start the Valyrian expedition, which is exactly what we wanted, but we're going to wait a hot minute because we actually need 700, 500 to start it, and then an extra 200 funding to specifically get a Valyrian steel sword rather than something random. So, we've got boy childs, we have garland. What's another name for flower, manly flower stuff? I'm going to Google manly flower stuff. Man bouquets. What is a manly flower? Nope. We're going to call him Parfum after perfume. Perfume is manly. Smelling good is cool. You shall be an educator to compound upon your quickness. We're going to leave him unmarried for now, for the simple manner of using him as alliance bait later. Maybe not alliance bait, but marrying stuff. I just really want to get some Targaryen blood in my bloodline. I'm desperate. So desperate. I'm unhinged. We're getting closer to that Valyrian expedition. My Marshal Joffrey very hesitantly brings my guest Jothan to me. Lord Gerald asked me to promote Jothan to the honor of commandership, but I believed you might wish to have a say in the matter beforehand. Jothan focuses his attention on the cupbearer pouring some drink. Jothan is not very good. Your son is welcome in my army. Would he not prefer to serve as a courtier? A courtier. It's Valyria time. Now, we're by no means assured of this. In fact, highly probable we're not going to get anything out of it. Alright, so we need a brave, which we've got here, high prowess, some other skills, or Galeon, who is wrathful, or Garland. Garland Lickbury. I think we're going to go with Garth. Then he's going to ask us what we want, and we want to bring me a weapon of Valyrian steel. Garth gathers a crew and prepares to leave at once, while my instructions are to find any artifacts with a bit of extra gold. It is likely that Garth could focus his efforts on finding a specific item. Bring me the steel. Garth meets me at the docks. He has collected a decent crew and enough men to carry out the voyage to Old Valyria. He bows before me and speaks. Lord Red, I will not fail you. I will return with the treasures that were lost long ago in the Doom. You have my word. With that, he departs, taking his ship and men westward into the smoking sea. Excellent. Next plan is Valyria. We are going to colonize the ruin restoration. I hear word that Garth's ship has been sighted. In the time it takes for the ship to make its way to the dock, I arrived to congratulate Garth for his safe return. I immediately notice something is wrong. Garth is visibly sick. He approaches me and begins to speak. Lord Red, I never... Before he collapses in front of me, my men drag him to the healer for further examination. I also notice several of Garth's crew are suffering the same illness. That is bad. But he brought back a Valyrian steel halberd. Excellent. Okay, so several things we got to do. Summon the maester. We need to isolate the capital. We need to go into seclusion ourselves. All these things hurt us a bunch. But we can't get our family members sick. And then we would like to have a reforged Valyrian steel. It costs $1,000. But, I mean, this is a solid weapon. We can make it even better. I mean, that's just so good. But we can customize it even more. This halberd was discovered during a voyage to Old Valyria. It is one of the few remaining Valyrian steel weapons which draws respect and intrigue, as well as enormous jealousy from those who lay their eyes upon it. The halberd pole is made of a black-colored wood, and the weapon is made of Valyrian steel, which still retains the sharp edge from the day it was crafted long ago. Shards of Narsil. Still sharp. Desperate measures are required. Stop this plague before it starts. Excellent. We went extreme, and maybe we'll prevent it from spreading anywhere else. The High Septon, our friend. The Dancing Plague. What a strange name. My lord, efforts to attend the sick and dying among the poor have been difficult but necessary work, and lately families of the dying have begun to accuse the crown of not truly caring for the diseased. It is my opinion that distributing coins touched and blessed by your royal hands may assuage these feelings. I shall give them an excellent idea. A miserable fiend. Why is everyone trying to murder this nurse? Some learned members of the court tell me that the administration of leeches is a definite and sure treatment for imbalanced humors and corruption. However, as Merrill approaches with a ghostly grin, fistful of leeches outstretched, I can't help but wonder if this has all gone too far. Leeches are the only way to keep the Vynemen fire at bay. It contradicts the received wisdom to only use leeches under the guidance of a trained physic. But in these desperate times, can we really afford to wait? Okay, we'll just start leeching people, because otherwise people are going to be mad. Hey, it was successful. Nice. Oh my god, it's spreading so fast. It's all over the island. I've done everything I could to make this better. Why? Oh god, it's evolving. It's getting worse. Oh no, friends are dying. Alliances are dying. We barely even have this girl out of the prisons, and the king is dead. Damn, Heron had a fucking fly crown, though, am I right? My cold brewmaster is dead. My son shall take his place. Interesting. My mother died of old age. I'm taking hits left and right. My maester is gone. I can't stop the movement. Stop it. My arms keep shaking on their own, and I can see my fingers turning black. The spasms run through my body as if I was dancing. It's all fire. Stop it. Stop it now. But we don't have a maester because he just fucking died. We need a new maester. And we don't have the cash. The maester I sent from the Citadel has arrived in Winegard, an Ironborn by the name of Tristan. Excellent. Excellent all around. Excellent. I need you to solve these problems. It's too late for caution. We all knew the risks. I gained the eunuch tree, you fucking son of a bitch. Unbelievable. I can't have any more kids, and now I'm fucking dancing. I needed more kids. Unreal. How could you fuck that up? And now I'm... I could die. I need to put the book on. I need to put the book of healthness on. Is that gonna keep me from dying? Nope, I'm still gonna die. Unbelievable. This is how it ends. Eunuch eyes me. He cut my shit. I needed that shit. The High Septum was captured by Lady Alana. Green Vyne is a deviant. Horrible. Terrible to learn. Absolutely horrible to learn about. He's gonna lose both of these wars just because he isn't taking any forward progress. Oh my god. Whoever wrote this part of the mod really fucked up quite badly. Hi, Septon. I am heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts to speak. Ariella, open up, my beauty. It is I, Gerald. Though I push the shutters open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed to Ariella's window. He is my vassal, Lord Gerald. By others, have you no shame? Gods! Remove him. Alright, the capital's cleared out, but everything around it is in dire straits. I shall dance only in feasts now. God, more people are dying. What is the commotion? Crowd, led by the baying voice of Andrus, is circling some unfortunate soul. Pushing through, I finally discover Tristan defiantly defending himself, even as Andrus's voice rings out even louder. And furthermore, the moment you stepped outside to gather plants for your so-called craft, the cursed Vyneman fire started ravaging our lands. You are clearly the cause, you heartless churl. Tristan jabs a finger and fires back as the crowd mutters angrily. This is quickly getting out of hand. Enough! Herbalism is a noble art. It's a noble art. How's my health? I'm in excellent health. Excellent health. We're going to emerge from seclusion and unisolate the capital. Because capital no longer infected. Everything else, still problems. Problems all around. I, Alana Durandon, declare myself Storm Queen. All shall acknowledge my free and independent rule. Okay. Whatever. I don't think anyone cares. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Despite being an introverted child, oft lost in thought, Sherry has been developing a penchant for the art of manipulation. She now knows a lot of ways to get what she wants. More importantly, she's aware of the political implication of those wants. This seems like a good place to stop. She will marry Athen Bean to get his beautiful genetics into our family. Friends, so much has happened. I am now a eunuch. Marriages are happening. Grandkids are being married away. The Targaryens are on the verge of not only collapsing their kingdom, but their actual entire bloodline. We sent for a Valyrian expedition, and they plagued us and ended up killing a bunch of people. And, yeah, I mean, just all around. There's been everything I just listed has really only been in the second half of this. Tons of stuff happened. This was an extremely long episode. Let me know in the comments section where you think we should be going to, what you think of my plan to subvert the high towers is like, and to land at Old Valyria and slowly turn it into a new duchy or kingdom through which we can base out of, since the Arbor is not working out. I mean, the Arbor is excellent, it's great, but, you know, the Reach is the only people we can communicate with. We can't talk to anybody else. We're trapped behind this wall and we can't get to my beautiful Valyrian king, who I want so badly to swear fealty to.